Welcome back to another video on Atlanta to Delta Aviation. Today it's yet another unboxing. As you can see, we got two boxes here. I'm not sure what's in the bigger box. I think this smaller box is a continuation of the last unboxing that I had, where I'm getting replacements for the two JetBlue from NG models that I received. Well, one was completely damaged and then the other one was only a glue job, but Darius with diecast airplane slash collectible jets sent me a replacement for both of them, and he didn't say anything about me sending back the quote broken models, but if there's a packing receipt, I guess in one of these boxes, I guess that means I'm supposed to send them back to him. I asked him if he wanted me to send them back to him. He said no. Well, he didn't say no, but he didn't mention me sending it back. So as far as I know, I have two, one broken and one glue job, and the replacements, and we will see if the replacements don't need to be replaced, or maybe I can use parts from them to make one good plane or something. But anyway, so I believe the replacements are in this box, and I believe this box is new releases, and I also believe that they are, I didn't look it up to see what exactly it was, but I believe since the last unboxing was NG models, this one is probably GeminiJets and maybe November releases, but we'll find out because I want to open the replacement box, or what I believe is the replacement box, first. So we will put the larger box back on the ground there. I'll get my trusty X-Acto knife here, cut this open. Alright, so let me get this all unpacked in my lap, and then I will put the models out here. Let's see. Alright, so these are the replacements. We will see if the replacements do not need to be replaced. And I did not get a return packaging label, so I guess I don't need to send those other ones back. Yeah. So let me get this open. Alright, so there we go. We got the replacement balloon's tail and the replacement prism tail. We will see. So we'll start with the prism tail first. Prism tail was the one that I received that was merely a glue job, but Darius was kind enough to send me a replacement instead. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we've got. So far it's looking good. I don't see any loose parts. Ooh, alright. So here it is in its cradle. And the shake start, of course. So we will put it down so my shaking will not affect this. And look at that. Alright, so I didn't get a close-up of it last time because it was broken. So we'll zoom in a little bit on this. And again, sorry about the camera action here, but I don't know how to do those other videos where I can cut away and then come back. So anyway, here is the prism tail JetBlue from NG Models, and I believe I said what the item number and stuff was on the last video. So if you really want to know, you can go visit the last video and find out what it was. So this is fortunate. I am glad that this came unbroken. Now, of course, I haven't pulled on any of the control surfaces to see if anything pops out. So that's good. So there we have the replacement prism tail from NG Models. So very happy about that. So now for the balloon's tail actually came broken. So if you remember, the nose gear was loose. It could have been glued in, but the engine itself had broken off with the pylon. So part of the pylon was still in the wing and part of the pylon was still on the engine. So that would have been a complete glue job, which would not have been good. Okay, so this one, at least the engine is still on the pylon. This nose gear is also detached, so we will still go ahead and look at this even though that is detached. I mean, I don't want to have to glue stuff, but that's better than nothing, I suppose. You can probably see the wheel down there in the plastic. Be careful. Well, be careful not to lose that. However, otherwise, this looks like it's in good shape. The engine is, I can't quite tell, but it looks like the engines have a weird angle to them. Not up and down, but side to side. But it's better than a broken engine or broken pylon. So here's the balloon's tail. We will get the nose gear glued in, so that's not a big problem. But anyway, so there's the replacement balloon's tail for the NG JetBlue A321. So he will need to be a little bit fixed, but this is way more acceptable than what I had. So now we're going to move on to the new stuff, which I believe is GeminiJets. A GeminiJets monthly release. Alright, in this big, I will need to zoom out here. Woo. Alright, so this nice big box here. It's a little bit close, but I didn't want to put it right on top of the... There we go. See? Got an idea of how big that box is. Alright. Angle it back down to where we show the models. I'll let you check out me cutting this open. How about that? Alright, trusty old X-Acto knife again. Alright, now put this in my lap and get it opened up here and reveal, once I get it unpacked, Oh, goodness. Okay. It's packed in there really good. Okay, here we go. So, here's the stack. Oh, okay. So I have 5 in here. So I'm going to have to go kind of quick for this video. I thought there were only 4, but as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get this bubble wrap undone. Still got to be careful because I have other models other than the ones that I just opened. I have other models on the table here, so I have to be really careful. Hopefully none of these are detached or broken. Although I will have to say, I think I'd rather have detached parts that haven't chipped paint over flat out broken models. It's really a pain, even if your retailer is nice enough not to give you a hard time about replacements and stuff. It's still a pain, you know? So, and we pay way too much for these things. All right, so, oh, you might have got a glimpse of my face there, but, all right, so the first one, boom, the American Airlines Airbus A320, the last one they put out. I believe it was the last one with all sorts of kind of funky colors. So we won't go over the box. It's just pretty much the standard GeminiJets box. Let's see. So item number there, GJAAL 2085. And the registration for this is, let me get that into the frame. There you go. So registration November 103 Uniform Sierra. All right, and let's get this bad boy out of its box. All right, and there it is. Get a nice close-up. Well, it's not a nice close-up, but it'll be closer up than I was showing, so. All right, just do a little spin job here. At first, and maybe I'm just paranoid, but the silver / gray color on this, I swear it looks a lot like the last one. So I'm not sure what to think about it. Now, of course, the lighting in here isn't super great, so it's going to look darker to you than it actually looks in person, but it may not be as bad. I think I'm just being paranoid, but I also wouldn't say that it's as light as it needs to be. And I don't think if I had some sunshine shining on it that it would look a ton better. But anyway, so there's the little spin job we got on it. We got some nice aerials there, Wi-Fi box. Again, it doesn't look like there's any, no aerials on the bottom. Well, anyway, so there is the GeminiJets American A320 with fence tips, and the front cockpit windows, that looks a little low to me. So as good a job as Gemini usually does on the rest of it, they continue to seem to have issues with cockpit window placement. But other than that, it looks nice. And the shape is relatively what it's supposed to look like. It's not the best mold, of course. If you listen to anybody else who goes more in depth than I do and do a better job with videos than I do, you know that this isn't the best mold out there. NG pretty much has that in the bag. But anyway, so there's the American. I'll put it aside. Next we have, whoa, way too close. All right, next we have Caribbean Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. Very interesting livery here. Very colorful, especially the bird. Looks like it's a hummingbird too. A hummingbird on the tail. All right, and get a good look there. This registration is 9 Yankee dash Charlie Alpha Lima, and its item number is GJBWA 2121. All right, let's get this one out of the box. Hopefully we won't have the rocket ship engines on here. That seems to be Gemini's problem for MAX 8s. But their MAX 8 looks good, so that's good. And there we go. Let's see. No, I think we got a winner here. So we'll get a better look here without the shakes. All right. So we're not going to get any really close-up views here. But anyway, so and I have no idea how well they did with colors on these. I just I like the look of this model, and I like to collect the Maxes. There we go. Nice job. Engines appear to be correct on there. The port side engine might be sticking up just a very, very slight bit. I'm not even sure that it is. It just looks a little bit like it might be. Okay, so anyway, so that's the Caribbean Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. We'll put him aside and put him next to American up here. There we go. Zoom back out for our next one. I'll tell you what, these videos go really quick, and since my camera only gives me 30 minutes at a time, and I don't know how to edit yet, where I could maybe continue to record and just splice it onto the end, I have to do it in 30-minute increments, so I have to do this kind of quickly. Okay, so the next one. So this is my first Boeing 787-8. It's in the British Airways Chatham Dockyard scheme. And there we have it. Registration is Golf-Zulu Bravo Juliet Golf. There it is. And the item number there is GJBAW 2107. And I believe these were November releases, so. And pulling it out here. See what we got. And I'm just giving it a look over here. Nice limited wing flex. That looks really nice. The aerials look good. My landing gear appear to be in there nice and straight. The engines look really nice. Anyway, so let's get a good look at this one. Again, this is my first 787-8. I think I've ordered a 787-8 for American, but was that in the next month's? I don't know. It may already be. I swear I ordered one, but I'm not positive. All right, so here we have I really hope I get a turntable for Christmas. I have asked for one. Hopefully I'm going to get one. It'll make this a little bit easier, and then I can just put it like on the turntable and put it on like a slow rotate and be able to zoom in on it better, rather than having to try to turn it with my shaky hand and not giving you a close-up. But I think you can get an idea here of how nice this one is. Now, of course, my favorite livery for British Airways is the Landor. But this is pretty nice. There are some models I want to get, but it seems like every time they put one out, it's like an exclusive or something, and it's going to be really hard to get because it's an exclusive for a European store or something. But I do want to get, definitely want to get an A380, preferably the Aviation 400 version, but man, they take a long time to put out their models. But anyway, so there's the British Airways Boeing 787-800. All right, I'm quickly running out of time here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get both of these in here, but okay, here's another re-release. Now, it's not, I wouldn't classify it as a re-release so much as a release on their mold, because they did put this out on the mold that was from Herpa, So here's the Airbus A320-100, aka the CS-100. And there's the flap, and we have registration November 103 Delta Uniform, and the item number is GJDAL 2099. Alright, so let's get this bad boy out so we have time for to kind of look at the last one. So I'm a Delta collector. I collect, I'm pretty much a fleet collector for Delta, fleet collector for Southwest Airlines. So I try to pick up anything from them. Anytime anything from AirTran comes out, which is going to be few and far between at this point probably, I'll pick up AirTran items. Alright, so let's zoom in on this A320-100 for Delta Airlines. Whoops, that might be a little bit too close. Alright, so it definitely is not on the Herpa mold, because this now has metal landing gear with some detail, where the Herpa one is just a plastic post. Anyway, I'll do some rotating on this one here so you can get a good look. It looks pretty good. I don't have any rocket ship engines. Still not sure about those cockpit windows. I don't think they're supposed to angle down quite like that, but anyway, continue turning this around for you. I mean, otherwise it's nicely done. The print looks good, color looks good. I'm still disturbed by the cockpit windows, even on this one. Now, what I will say, since they've only put out the Dash 300 on their new mold, that nose landing gear looked a little more proportionate than the one that's on the 300. It could just be me. It still looks a little bit too high, but at least we don't have the nose up profile on it. So hopefully I would give that at least a B+ grade on that. So we will put him aside. Ooh, I have 1 minute left. So I am going to end this video and do a short video on the Federal Express Boeing 777 freighter separately. So and that will be posted probably about the same time this one is. So see you in the next video.